What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Seems like something has the earth stirring. We are in a lot of activity, a lot of things going on right now as I do this video. Volcanic eruptions, earthquake swarms. We seem to be in the middle of a debris field, a lot of asteroids and meteors. We're going to start off over here with a volcanic eruption that occurred just a few hours ago down in the Philippines. Mount Canlaon erupted less than 24 hours ago, sending villagers fleeing for safety, and also sent a plume of hot ash and gas nearly 2 miles into the sky. There were no immediate reports of casualties in the latest eruption of Mount Canlaon on Central Negros Island, but authorities shut schools and imposed nighttime curfew after several villages were hit by ash falls that clouded the visibility of motorists and sparked health concerns. It sounded like a cannon. Villagers were reporting a very loud sound, and then, of course, they saw the very large plume of ash and gas going up into the sky. This was down here in the Philippines, right in this area here. You can see the top of the volcano. In fact, we'll go right inside the caldera. That's where the eruption originated from, right there. Once again, sending a nearly 2-mile-high plume of gas and ash into the sky. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video about the swarm of possible meteors and asteroids that the Earth seems to be in the middle of right now. Looking at the list over here at spaceweather.com, it keeps growing every single day. The 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. December has been a very busy month, and it continues to be busy. Today, December 9th, looking at 6 near-Earth asteroids that are in the vicinity of the Earth. So it does seem like we could be in a possible debris field. There's a lot of things going on the surface of the Earth. You're looking at one of many earthquake swarms. This is in an area that you wouldn't necessarily think an earthquake swarm would occur. We are down here in southwestern Utah. There's an ongoing swarm underway, and this location just so happens to be home to one of the largest supervolcanoes ever known to mankind. And it's just south of Yellowstone. In fact, from what I understand, this is the Wawa volcano. That's what they call this thing, the Wawa Springs caldera. The Wawa Springs caldera is a supervolcanic eruption remnant discovered in 2013 in Utah. It released 5,500 to 5,900 cubic kilometers of tephra. Tephra is debris that comes out of the volcano, like we saw down here in the Philippines a few hours ago. Sent out an enormous amount nearly 30 million years ago. It's the largest of the Indian Peak Caliente caldera complex, and it includes flows of over 500 meters, 1,600 feet thick at the most. It's considered to be one of the largest single explosive eruptions known in Earth's history. And that location, once again, is right here. I showed you guys the map at the beginning of the video. Right there it sits. It is considered one of the largest single explosive eruptions known in Earth's history. And if that's not enough, it's the second most energetic event to have occurred on the Earth since the asteroid impact during the dinosaur era. Are you serious right now? Well, guess what's going on in this location? An earthquake swarm currently underway right in the middle of where the old caldera was discovered. You can see the caldera extends from southern Utah into southern Nevada. Very large and was once very powerful. There's an earthquake swarm there. There's an earthquake swarm underway right now at the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera. You can see earthquakes all over the place up here around the caldera. There's also an earthquake swarm off the coast of California. There were 2 earthquakes that have just occurred here in the last 60 minutes. The red circles represent earthquake activity in the last hour. The orange circles represent earthquake activity in the last 24 hours. And the yellow circles represent earthquake activity in the last 7 days. There's another swarm right here in the middle of Northern California. This has been an ongoing swarm for the last several days. There's a swarm in Southern California. This one too has been going on for quite some time. There's a new swarm up here in southern Alaska down in the Aleutians following the series of very large earthquakes that occurred here in the last 48 hours. A 6.3, a 6.1, followed by a 5.8, and then all of these aftershocks. 41 very powerful aftershocks in the Aleutians. Also, not far from this area, there's a buoy sitting out here in event mode. And this buoy was in event mode before the earthquakes occurred. So I'm not quite sure what triggered that. Possibly a volcano eruption of some kind. But if I'm not mistaken, that buoy was in event mode. Anytime you see a yellow flashing buoy on the map over here, that means it's in event mode. It's detected some sort of movement. The red squares you see on here are inactive buoys. The yellow squares are active buoys. And then flashing buoys are event mode buoys. That means they've detected something. So not quite sure what's going on there. Just something we're keeping a close eye on, just like the earthquake swarms. I check the buoys every day over here at the National Data Buoy Center. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, super cool photo of the sunset. Looked like the sun had wings on this day. Photo sent in by Terrence out of Richmond, Virginia. Checking in on the GOES X-ray flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center. A large X2 class solar flare in the last 48 hours. And you can see there's been an uptick in overall solar activity in the last couple of days. Maybe that's contributing to the earthquake activity that we're seeing down here on the Earth. And then, of course, the very unique planetary arrangement involving Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Mercury, Venus, and the Sun. That could be triggering the earthquake activity and volcanic activity that we're seeing down here on the surface of the Earth. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. As you can clearly see, several earthquakes over here on the various seismographs around the caldera. Maple Creek, Purple Mountain, Mary Lake, Little West Thumb, Parker Peak. Most of these seismographs are showing red vertical lines. Red vertical lines represent earthquake activity, and we've been seeing a lot of earthquake activity here recently. A swarm currently underway right now at one of the largest known calderas to ever exist on planet Earth down here in southern Utah and southern Nevada. That's a really big deal. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website, look for this red banner that says, have a large video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.